is up, you guys? If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like, notification, and subscribe button. If you're not, welcome back. Today we got some pretty cool stuff going on. Let's get right into it. Oh yeah, we got the Supra. So we will be building a full turbo kit for this, with the parts that he has gotten. Probably gonna break this up into a series because there's a lot of work involved. Mounting the intercooler, doing the intercooler piping, doing the manifold, doing the downpipe. He did get a manifold from eBay. If you saw in my IS300 video, it's the same exact one. This one is unmolested. I'll show you guys. I've already jumped the gun. I had some off time yesterday. So what I did was cut the flange off. And what I'm gonna do is add another spacer. Try to weld this up so it's all one piece. I'm gonna eliminate these wastegate tubes from this divided flange. I'm gonna do an extension, and then I'll do one off of it in the middle and come down. He did get a, let me see if I can find it. That's a blow off valve. Ah yes, wastegate. Does have a tile wastegate, single exit, and that won't bolt up to there. So what I'm gonna do is run some of my own piping, cut these off, weld them up, back purge this, do what I gotta do. Probably do an extension. Here's the flange. You know, it's not the prettiest, but we'll make it work. Got to get all this clear coat junk off that they put on so it doesn't rust. As you can see, they don't put it on a mating surface, they just put it on everything else. But got it cut off yesterday, so then I could do my spacer, raise the turbo up, because here's the turbo and it's gonna hit here obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna get some parts ready and then cut the camera back on. Alright, well, after a day of modification, cutting, welding, this thing is a heavily modified Wuhan turbo manifold for a Toyota Supra or a 2J. Blocked off the wastegates that came on here. Cut those off and welded plates on. Did my own wastegate, I would say exit. Did the extension, had to re-weld this on. This was a pain. This metal they use is crap. China got to up their game. But we are going to go test fit it on the vehicle, see how she fits. Shouldn't be too bad. That's still a little spicy, still a little hot. But yeah, let me let this cool down, and then we'll go test fit it and bring you guys along with me. Alright, turbo housing cooled down. We got it on the vehicle. Got my HD clamp on here. We start doing the intercooler piping. Got the wastegate on. I'm gonna sneak it down in there. I don't know if you can see it. That little area right there. It's gonna be the dump tube. Had to start the initial downpipe so I knew where my wastegate would end at and it wouldn't interfere. So what I have left to do is finish the downpipe, dump tube, do the intercooler piping, and then mount this intercooler. Not too sure on how I should do this because this is kind of flimsy, this is kind of flimsy. So still deciding on how I should do this, but I'll figure something out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get this intercooler piping mapped out and see what I need to do with that, and then I should be able to keep going forward with this. And I don't think I showed you guys, but here, let me unwrap this thing. This cover is leaving white dust all over this car. But yes, it is right-hand drive. Yeah, this thing is badass. Super. So, yeah, let me continue going on this. I think I'm gonna start doing the downpipe right after the intercooler piping, just so I know where my down tube will go or my wastegate tube will go. I still need to figure out where to mount this intercooler at. So let me figure that out, and then I'll cut you guys back on, all right? All right, we are back. We got a brace made. Holds up the intercooler. The only problem is the bottom subframe is kind of crumpled. He hit something, and I'd like to do something down here, but unfortunately we're just gonna have to let the couplers hold it up. Not a fan of doing it that way, but I have nothing to mount to on the backside here, considering that the core support is damaged under there. So we're gonna try and make the intercooler piping one piece to hold it steady. Like I said, I'm not a fan of doing it that way, but that's the only other option I have at this point. I'll have to talk to him and see if he's ever going to get that repaired. If he is, then I'll do it. He can bring it back and I'll do supports on the bottom, but for right now, this is the step that we're going to take in order to do it that way. I thought about going over to the sides, but I don't know, I don't want to make it so it's not removable. So alright, well, I'm going to start the intercooler piping now. And start on the turbo side. I already got my 90 done. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so we've got that part made up. It's just tacked into place. But when I put this, usually I should have enough room to get that in there. But because the core support is damaged, I don't know if you can see down there, that right there is pushing against the radiator, which is pushing the bottom out. So what to do? Give me a minute and I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the intercooler piping. I got this all done so I could mock up, but I don't know if I've been having plumber's block or or just a fabrication block, but I don't know, maybe it's the heat. It's been 101, 102 these past couple days, and I am just getting beat up by this piping. It's only the driver's side, or yeah, well, since it's right-hand drive, the driver's side, and I mean, I've just been getting frustrated with it, but you know, we got it done. We're gonna finish welding it all together and then put it back on the car. Probably give it a polish too, because I don't know, the way this came out of the package wasn't that great a shape. Like, I got nicks here, I don't know where it came from. There's a couple other nicks on this, but yeah, it was inspected before we took it out of the, or after we took it out of the wrapper, and it just wasn't in the greatest condition. But I'll see what I can do with them. See if I can clean them up, polish them up a little bit. But yeah, let's get to welding. Got the driver's side intercooler piping done. Time to do the passenger side, and then downpipe and dump tube, and we should be good to go. So let me get started on designing this, tack it together, figure out how I want it to sit, and then we'll go from there. Alright, we are back. I have the passenger side mocked up. Now I have to weld it. I am running through gas like nobody's business. It usually sits at about 2,500. I've had so many welding jobs come through that it's just been going ham. Like I got another one for a 280Z that I have to fill all these holes on for a buddy of mine. But let's get back to it. I'm gonna start welding this one. Alright, we have got the downpipe mocked up. It's just tacked right now. Got the good stuff in there to seal it up. There's the other half. This is 3.5. This time goes down to 3. Just in case he wants to continue running 3.5 later on down the road. Right now it's an NVIDIA 3-inch that goes to a 3.5. So it's 3.5 to 3 to 3.5. So maybe later on sometime in some point or another he decides to run full 3.5, he's able to do so. In the meantime, I'm gonna finish welding this thing up and then get a location for the O2 bung, and we'll go from there. All right, let's go. last video you saw was the downpipe. Let's check it out. It's all done. Dump tube's done. Intercooler piping is done. Well, let's look over everything, shall we? All right, you guys, I hope you like this video. I am beat. I got my butt kicked on this one. I don't know what happened, but we got it done. Customer's extremely happy with it. I've been sending him videos throughout the build process. Yeah, if you'd like to see more of this stuff, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.